While Jesus' incarnation and death are essential to our justification to the Father, there is something he did in between his incarnation and death that is equally essential, but it is not talked about as often, and that is Jesus' perfect obedience to God's law. Why is that so important? The answer is found in the book of Galatians. In verse 4, Paul refers to the two things that we love to celebrate at Christmas time. But when the fullness of the time came, God sent forth his Son, born of a woman. Verse 4 ends with Paul saying something that is not often talked about at Christmas time. After saying that God's Son was born of a woman, Paul said he was born under the law. What law was Paul talking about? He was talking about God's law. He was talking about the law that God gave to the Israelites through Moses on Mount Sinai. But why would Jesus, the eternal Son of God who all things are created for, come into the world he created to be born of a woman under God's law? If we are to be justified before God, we have to be completely perfect because God is perfect. The only way we can be completely right with God is if we keep every one of his statutes perfectly. None of us can say that we always do the things that are pleasing to God the Father, but Jesus did, and he did so for us.